Hi everyone, it's Killshot 99 Gaming. This is Playdead Live. We got Faction Wars. We got Jet. We got Ark, and we are back. Look, I can see the excitement. Um, you know, we went. It's been a month since we've done a live Faction War. We have never went a month with our star franchise. I mean, this is it. This is the best that we do is Faction Wars. It is amazing. It ties your inventory, your strategy, your planning, all those cool things. And I got to tell you, I am super amped up tonight. And when I'm amped up, you guys are going to be amped up because we're going to push this thing and have a whole lot of fun. Here's a promise I'm going to make to you guys. We are not going to go this long again. We had one forfeit, Sheila, but prior to that, May 7th was the last faction war that we did. That is crazy. Yes, we've been doing a lot of fishing. We've been doing a lot of game playing, but we're going to get back to doing this because I got to tell you, of all the things we do, this to me is the most vital, and I'm looking forward to it. So rare up, get back, dust the rust off, and let's get back to doing what we do best. Before we get into it tonight, and you know, we got birthdays, we got giveaways, get all kind of stuff, so we got to get to it. I got a birthday recently happened. We will announce that on Monday. But tonight, we're going to get into it. We got Valar in the house. Hello, 99NR and Kills Great Mods channel members. Look, all the cool stuff we do, I know it, Valar, but tonight really is about that one thing, right? It's about Faction Wars, and that's what we're going to do. See, a lot of you guys like, yes, we're back, we're back. So, let's start this out. First of all, I want to make a couple of announcements because this is the first game that we've done a Faction War that Busy has not been a part of ARC. So, you know, there's mixed feelings with that. But this is also the first night we did a Faction War where we got a brand new faction called Jet. We got co-leaders. We got Kel. We got Justice, a dynamic duo there. Cowbell Kel will be the captain tonight. So we've got that going on. We've got Logan going to be in the house. Brand new player is going to be making his debut tonight. So that's going to be pretty cool. I can't tell you all the things because, you know, I can't give the lineups away yet. But what I'm going to tell you is that these matches are going to get better and better because schedules are going to change, and the availability is really what makes this super, super cool. Now, Jet, you know, you are starting out new and probably could have been a better place than the three-time defending champions, but you know what? You got to start somewhere. So you might as well say, hey, let's go for the top. Let's go for ARC and see what it's all about. So let me take you down to the standings. And again, we're still early in this. So we've got, you know, we got ARC at 5-1, coming off that loss at Sly. We got Box at 4-2, right there at them. Sly been working their way up. And again, Jet 1-5. They inherited that record, and there was a lot of craziness that went on with the former faction. But that's why they revamped it. So we just want to do this fresh and start our own legacy. You can see the schedule lined up. We got that big match coming up on Monday. But really, tonight is what it's about. So what we're going to do is, because we need to do the early roll or the early spin, because we got several spins tonight. We're going to do a sliver sacrifice spin. We're going to do money tree. We're going to do a $60 giveaway. Hey, look, if you guys didn't fish a little bit on Saturday morning and you didn't get the It's Good to Be King tickets, you got your chance. We'll start doing that. $60 is real, man. That's real money. You fish for, 20, 30 minutes, you get one of those tickets, you might win. That's a free bundle. So take advantage of the stuff that we give away. Especially, times can be hard sometimes, so look for the bargains. Speaking of bargains, we've got something that we're doing tonight we haven't done. First of all, we got an amazing bundle. I'll tell you about that in a minute. We're doing a combo pack. That is going to be a bundle, the Super Bomber bundle, a discounted price, and kills tokens. That's like a Happy Meal on steroids, right? It's like a Happy Meal with a Big Mac, which you can't get. You can't get a Big Mac Happy Meal, I don't think, but you can get this special tonight. So let me do the sliver sacrifice. Here it is. Now, I'm hoping it's something that really makes y'all sweat a little bit, but we did add a brand new grenade to it. It is the Grizzly. So I know y'all have a lot of Grizzlies. So can you get a Big Mac Happy Meal? Really? I thought you could only get like hamburgers and cheeseburgers and nuggets. Okay, I'll look into it. But I didn't think they fed kids Big Macs. Oh, it's a big meal. Okay, it's not a Happy Meal then. Smart ass. Come on. Don't be making me stop and talk about Happy Meals. All right. Here we go. All right, here we go. We're going to spin it. You can see there were 8. Now there is 9. There is 9. Good luck. Sliver Sacrifice is right here. What's it going to be? What's it going to be? It is. Oh, y'all know I like my sweet tea. It is sweet tea. All right. Hopefully you got them. We'll see. You know what? I'm going to do something else. We're doing a lot of stuff tonight. Ron, I don't think we've done this either. We're going to give away 2 free packs for the July box event. So, Ron, what time is it? Talk to him, Father Ron. I told you, we're giving away a lot of stuff tonight. So y'all just better be ready. It's roll time, baby. All right, everybody give me a number from 1 to... Give me a number from 1 to 12 tonight. 1 to 12. We'll see if Laura's listening. She'll watch. She'll type 18, 19. 1 to 12. If you type anything over 12, you're buying the packs for the other. Oh, look at her. Yeah, there you go. She's listening. All right, come on. Everybody's eligible. Everybody get those numbers in there. All right, I don't have all night. I'm spinning it. I'm spinning the wheel. If y'all are watching, that's on you. Because all you got to do is just hit a number. Just type it. Just type it in right now. It's free stuff. Free stuff. That's the theme of tonight. All right, here we go. Spin that wheel. 1 to 12. Let's see who's going to win it. It's going to be player number 2. Do we have number 2? Look at the Pope. Pope in the house. All right. Pope, I'm going to spin one more. Number 9. Nope, no number 9. Spin it one more time. Number 5. All right, Justice. What's up, Justice? Justice and the Pope. Kel, log them, mark them down. All right. What do y'all want to do next? Ron, we got spin time. We got another spin time. We got bonus. All right. We're going to do the money tree. Money tree's up next. Which one of y'all is going to win this thing? All right. Money tree, everybody. Way this works is you pay 10 kills tokens a week. It adds up. And if you win, you get 250. All right. Here it goes. Spin that wheel. Come on. It's going to be player. Who is it? It is Dow. Dow's going to win because he needs to give tokens to Pope. So don't be mad about that. 250 tokens for Dow. Congratulations, Dow. All right, one more spin for tonight. It's good to be king. Now, how many ever king tickets you got is how many times you're up on the wheel. Now, you'll notice not everybody's on the wheel because not everybody got the king tickets. The way you get the king tickets is we run that event Sunday morning. You got to get 1,000 points. It literally takes you 15 minutes, but you got 2 hours to do it. So here we go. This is catching us up to date. This is for a $60 credit that can be used for bundles, can be used for tokens, whatever. All right, good luck, everybody. Spin that wheel. It's going to be. Kel, mark this down. Who's going to get it? It is Hendricks. Hendricks. Kel, doing a little bit. Congratulations. Hendricks with the $60 credit. And we will do that again at the end of the month. Collect those king tickets. All right. Now, y'all might have said, well, okay, I didn't win. I didn't spin. I didn't get any packs. I didn't get anything. But y'all make a little bit of noise. Light this up with 999s. I'm going to tell you, this is the best bundle we've ever done. I haven't even got to the bomber bundle. Light it up right now or I'm going to go with option B, which is a good bundle. You guys want a good bundle, or you want a crazy good bundle? You want a Happy Meal, or you want a Happy Meal with a Big Mac? Like, I think we should do that. Like, why is there not a Big Mac Happy Meal? Why not make it a miniature Big Mac and give it to the kids? I think I'm on to something here. All right. Tonight's war bundle is as follows. We got, in the silver bundle, we got Elixir Extreme, we got Steel, Rage Tonic, Dragon, Smoke, 5 post-battle pet revive, Graphene Carbine, 1 of each of your waxes. Let's go down to the red bundle. Red bundle, we've got, wait, hold on. 5. Okay. This is the voices in my head. 5 times everything in that red bundle. We've never done a Cinco bundle. We've got red, that's 5 skins, 5 thrill smoke, 5 max torments, frantic 5 of those, 5 savage 6, 5 mag 7, 5 super 8, 5 hostile 9, and 5 terror 10. 5 times a red bundle right there. Take you over to the bonus. You can see you're getting some bonus standard recipes. So that means you got 1 there, you got 1 on the other side, you got 1 up top. So Dimes, that's going to be a total of 3 standard recipes. People have been messaging me saying, we need these for crafting. So tonight you get a total of 3. Take you over to the gold bundle. That's 2 Cruel Blue. It's an encase. It's 2 Cruel Red, a Smolder. And down on that bottom row, you got Gold Summon Skin, Super Thrill, and Mystical. Now I'm going to take you over to the green. The green. Wait. Huh? 5 of everything in the green bundle too? Are you kidding me? That is like a replenishment bundle. That's 5 Seal and Thrill, 5 Seal Smoke, 5 Pet Repel, 5 Heal and Thrill, 5 Blue Sparks, 5 Seal, 5 Absorption, 5 Heal and Seal, 5 Silver Sparks. So that's 5 times red, 5 times green. Take you up top. We got Mythic Immortal, Pink Smoke by request, and a brand new piece of gear. That's right. This is the Bracers H18. D20 is the highest damage in the game. B12, AP10, and a new ability called Cease. What Cease is going to do is if you play Cease, you can play abilities before Cease. You can play this, but once you play Cease and target a player, that is the last ability that you can play, and the player you target gets to play one last ability. There's a lot of strategy to that. All right. So that's what's going on with that. Now, Kel, show us everybody that got the bundle. The bundle's incredible. Now, the reason we did this incredible bundle is because we're also adding an incredible Super Bomber bundle. And you can get them separately, or you can do the combo. You do the combo, we're giving you $10 off the combo. But Super Bomber is this. We're going to take you up top. That is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. That is 20 Grizzly Grenades. We have not done a Super Bomber in over 6 weeks. We will not do another one until July. You got 2 Rapture, Oracle, Lithium, Seismic Vapor, 2 Snowstorms, 2 Gin, 2 Red Eye, 2 Top Hat, 2 Whammo, 2 Unicorn, 2 Grinch, 2 Glitch. It says 2 Milo, but look up top. We got a bonus Milo. That's 4 Milo. It says 2 Maximon. We got 1 at the bottom. That's 4 Maximon. 2 Unforgiven, 2 Trex, 2 Summoning Grenades, 2 Spade, and 2 Sweet Tea that you might have to use tonight. And you see right there in the middle, you also will get bonus 1,000 kills tokens if you pick up both. All right, Kel, load us up. Let's see who got all of these bundles because it's a crazy good night. I'm glad to be back. I'm going to be doing a lot of yelling tonight, so y'all better be ready. I mean, look, it's been 5 weeks since we've done a faction war. We got to get the hype back. All right, why Kel is posting that. You already know which sacrifices you have to make. I'm going to take you back to the main screen, and I'm going to ask you to post your pre-match buffs right now if you are Kel, Justice, MPC, Jim, Julia, Shaman, and Valar. We are playing a zombie tonight. It's called Zombie Jet because quite frankly, there's just people's names that I don't want to mention in the game anymore. So enough of the zombie this person, zombie that person. We're starting a brand new faction. So you know what we're going to do? We're going to start some brand new zombies and do it the PDL way. All right, we got Kel, Bundles, Dow, Busy, Trigger, Dimes, Jim, Lexicon, Father Ron, Bones, Julia, Justice, Cat, Football, Valar, Logan, Dr. Di, Craven, Pope, Crimson, Nightshade, Flyrod, and Kel. All right. I see those pre-match buffs coming in. And Kel is multitasking. You can tell. She's like, I got to get this bundle posted. I got to get the bombers posted. I got to get my pre-match buffs. So we're going to cut her a little slack. Look at the bombers. And look at the people buying the bombers. Because, you know, you get that combo, man. I'm telling you. That's like 2-piece and a biscuit. We got Justice, Valar, Cat, Dimes, Dow, Busy, Julia, Trigger, Animal, Pope, Kel. And we got a couple people splitting them. Bones, Football, Jim, Lexicon, and Animal in the War Bundle 2. All right. Good stuff, everybody. Good stuff. All right. While Kel's posting her buffs, I'm going to take you down to the Arc Field. Here we go, everybody. First time in a while. Tonight's starting lineup is as follows. In the tank zone, we got Shaman. Shaman be followed by Zombie Jet, who is in the bomber zone. Zombie Jet's going to be followed by the Assassin, who's the captain for Arc. Julia followed by Cowbell Kel, sieging, and the captain for Mir. Cowbell will be followed by Valar. Valar is the sniper from the bomber zone. Then we got MPC from the rover zone. MPC followed by Gemstone sieging from the DZ. Jim followed by Justice. The Mad Tank is the sniper from the DZ. All right, everybody, we're starting 3 minutes late, which means we're going to continue the game 3 minutes extra. Shaman Sheila, you got 20 seconds to get your move in right now. Timer is up. Shaman did not beat the timer. She did beat the nerf timer, but, ooh, early timer penalty for the Shaman. Not used to batting leadoff, are you? All right. All right, she clarified the max spark, which is fine. We can jump in the tank, move to the temple steps. Shaman jumping in the tank. Let's give Shaman a cannonball. Let's move her over to the temple steps, which is right there. Boss to Main Street, negation 1. Kel's no anthrax, and put a max spark on MPC. All right, negation wand is the air wand. And boss to Main Street, Shaman playing in 1 would cap in 3. All right, let's go over to Jet. Kel, what do you want to do with Jet? Are we going to disable or go through normal cycle of actions? Which would be attack. All right, we're going to attack. Zombie Jet is going to start with walls, 2 blocks. And Zombie Jet also playing a boss in round 1, would cap in round 3. And beats the timer. All right, Julia, over to you. 20-second timer for Julia. Mir with the early lead. I'm sorry, Jet with the early lead. I will do it. I will do it a couple times. But we will We will get there. 20-second timer. Julia easily beats it. Jump into Rover to the tank zone. All right, Rover down to her tank zone. Julia with a tire. Going to turn Kel into a boss. Sleet Wand, freeze that wall. Mortal Grendel to the haystack. Seal and absorption. Put that emo Grendel right there. Sweet Tea to Temple Flame. Max Spark NPC. NPC cannot move. And Kel hits her weight. Come on, Cowbell. I know it's new, but you'll get the hang of it. And also adding that MD8. Kel hits her weight. All right. It hits. All right. Going to put out that flame. Also going to give him 10 bonus points. All right. Sweet Tea. Rover's good. Sleet Wand's good. Kel is a boss. Grendel is good. Seal Absorption, Sweet Tea. All of the above is good to go. We go to Kel. We skip Kel. We go to Valar. Valar, 20-second timer starts right now. Timer is up. Did not beat it. She does beat the nerf timer. Valar going to move to the sniper zone. Wicked Boss. Valar playing Wicked Boss in 1, Cap in 3. Wicked Boss could be a -50. Holy Avenger her wall. No negative effects to her wall. Seal and Thrill. Steel Justice Needle. Justice, no needle for you. S8 Snowstorm to the wall and sacrifice a sliver. All right, so Valar put sacrifice Sweet Tea, okay? Just so the inventory team gets it. All right, so it could be a -50. For the Wicked Boss. All right, we got movement's good. Wicked Boss to the chest. Holy Avenger, Seal and Thrill. Steel Justice Needle. Snowstorm loaded to the wall. Kel, I need to know if it hits her weight. Zombie Prevention. There you go. Nice. Nice move there. All right, let's go over to NPC who cannot move, but does get a move. 20-second timer. Kel playing NPC. Timer is up for MPC. Second timer is up for MPC. That is a nerf timer. This timer is for a 25-point penalty. All right, and this is for the final 50% damage nerf. All right, beats it. We've got Morb for MPC. Gets 2 preventions. Well, if you're going to morb, what class are you going to morb into? That's the question. Mythic Kang to the boss, a seal, and Navy. So let me know what the second class is going to be. Mythic Kang could be worth 63. All right, priest. So it is 2 preventions. So a tank prevention and a priest prevention. All right, let's go over to Gemstone. 20-second timer for Gem starts now. Starting to feel like Faction Wars again, isn't it? Starting to feel good. Masara, Needle to the Haystack, Seal, F5, Milo. All right, Gemstone. You cannot target the Watchtower because Beechnut. Remember, Beechnut ability, a player in the DZ may not target the Watchtower in round number 1. So you got to redirect that Milo to another target. You do get Needle to the Haystack, needle in 1. We cap in 2. You get the Mass Destruction 8. I'll get the Masara roll while you give me a new target. It is number 9. There is no effect from Masara this game. All right. Kel, they're going to redirect Milo to the Kang. Does it hit? Now, after round number 1, Zombie has no effect, and you can target Watchtowers or whatever. We'll see if it hits, Kel. Going to play Tanner. All right. 1 Tanner prevents it. Milo does not hit. No points for the Milo. All right. Let's go to Justice. Justice. 20-second timer. Timer is up. All right, we got Immortal Grendel to the haystack. Dropping a seal. E3 Milo to the Watchtower. Sliver sacrifice a sweet tea. All right, 1 second. All right, because there is wasn't played on the haystack first, that Immortal Grendel will sit there. So the other needle is fine, but each team has a Grendel out, which means no needles can be played. All right, Immortal Grendel to the haystack, drop a seal, E3 Milo to the Watchtower. We're going to light the Watchtower. Gets the points for the Milo. And the sacrifice is good. All right. That is the end of round number 1. We got a round under our belt, everybody. Let's move to Shaman, into the Temple. Blessing for the Shaman. Strawman, 0-0. DZ. All important DZ. We got Justice picking up a halo. We got Gemstone picking up a halo. We got Gemstone getting Angel Wings for Valar. We got Justice getting Devil Horns for the Jet Zombie. DZ is 25-25. All right. Let's go to round number 2. Shaman, you're up. 20-second timer. It is now, Jim. We got you right there. Good challenge. All right, we got Shaman. Beats the timer. Mythic Kang to her boss. Banish Wand, Julia. Mythic Kang could be worth 63 for Sheila. Banish Wand is the Nirvana Wand. Julia cannot be launched or bumped out of the zone she's in. Satan Spark to their boss. That will lower the points of that boss down by 10. Good use of the Satan Spark. That's free points right there. Sacrifice Sweet Tea. Oh, also at the end of last round, the Sliver Halos, each team lost one, so we'll remove those. But sacrificing one to put it right back, so we got 3-2. Also, the Sliver scores were Art got 17, Jet got 15, Seal and Thrill, S8 Maximon loaded to the wall with Amplify 3. Kel, does it hit? Now remember, it is an S8 with the tank, makes it a T10. Kang's good. Banish Wand's good. Satan's Spark is good. Sweet Tea, Sacrificed. Seal and Thrill, S8, 9. Actually, it's a S11. S11, Maximon. Shaman getting a little damage. Black block, green block. And 25% of a green block. I got 75 green remaining. 0.75. Shaman on the board. All right, Zombie Jet. Goes over to the Watchtower. And lights up 2 Watchtowers. And goes to play a Needle. However, it's devoured. Needle's played. Julia's Immortal Grendel is gone. So the Grendel out there is Justice. Julia, you're up. 20-second timer starts now. Move to the rover, Colossal Kang. Colossal Kang, 73 if it caps. Pet Repel, H9 Maximon loaded. Sacrifice a Sweet Tea, loaded up to 4. Satan Spark their boss for another -10 on that boss cap. Kel, you got an H9 Maximon loaded to the wall. Hits or wait. Movement, Kang, Pet Repel. Y'all can see how those Satan Sparks show up on the shop can make a difference. Cowbell says it hits. All right, finish off that green. And give us a blue. And another Maximon. And another Amp 3. All right. Kel, you're up. You are no longer a boss. Got 20-second timer to get your move in. Timer is up. Did not beat it. Up, did beat it. Posted her move as I was saying it, so she did beat the timer. Get in the ship. Move to the DZ. All right. Let's move her over to their DZ. And give her Cannonball. Needle to the haystack, which she can do now because the only Grendel out there is theirs. So, Kel, needle in 2, cap in 3. Valar going to Dominari. Cannonball. E1 Vapor to the Watchtower. Sack Sweet Tea. And use the sliver ability to pump up the sliver. She's going to pump it up to 20. Let's get that sacrifice going. All right, E1 Vapor to the Watchtower. And it does hit. And where do you want that D20 to go, Kel? Where do you want that damage to go? So we light up Watchtower number 4. All right. It does go to the wall. It does not break the ice. That damage is removed from it. So that blue block that's underneath that is now 80%. So recap, gets in the boat, moves to the DZ. Needle to the haystack is good. Seal is good. Vapor's good. Sacrifice the Sweet Tea, and then pump the sliver up. All right, let's go over to Valar, 20-second timer V. From the sniper zone. Beats the timer this time. Well done. Valar going to go Colossal Kang to the Main Street Boss. Possible 73 right there. Flourish Wand, Pet Repel. Flourish Wand will take the green wands off the board. Also put a nice little absorption for somebody to run through if they go to the DZ on her team. M7 Maximon loaded to the wall with MD8. Kel, another Maximon. Valar's got bonus damage as well. 25% bonus damage. Plus her sniper zone bonus. MPC with the first of 2 preventions. Shutting it down. That's probably for that Dominari, Valar. All right, speaking of MPC, who is no longer max sparked. Kel is MPC. 20-second timer starts right now. Timer is up. Nerf timer is up. This is for a 25-point timer. Does beat the other timer. All right. Get into Rover. Go to the temple steps. We got a tire for MPC. 25-point tire. Pet Repel, Navy to the wall. And Shaman burning the prevention to keep from breaking that block. All right, real quick. Rover is good. Temple movement is good. Going to play a Watcher. That will be a 5-point Watcher. And the Navy Grenade is prevented. What did MPC do? You know what? I put out the flame. So, yes. So that means the temple flame is still there. So I'll give you the challenge, but yep. But you gotta give me the temple flame back. All right. So temple flame is lit, but there is no sleet because that did hit last time, and I removed the wrong target. And Sheila doing the prevention at the wall this time around. All righty. At the start of Gemstone's turn, we're going to cap the first needle. And Jim, 20-second timer starts now. Yeah, no prevention then on the last shot. And I'll have to deal the damage to that then. All right, Jim's turn's locked. She got it in time. Navy to the wall from Kel. Damage to the wall. We'll take that from 80%. I'm sorry. 75 green. That 50 knocked it down to 55. So that green block, remainder of the green block is gone. It had carryover damage. It had a 20% and just had a grenade hit. All right, we got Mythic Gideon. So that would be a minus 28 plus pet score. and Bounty Bear. So that's a minus 48 for Jet. Gamut Grenade. And they're going to prevent it. Pet Repel. And Amplify. All right, because it was prevented, it did not hit. It did not hit a second human target. Or a second living target. It doesn't have to be a human target. All right, let's go to Justice. 20-second timer, Justice. Justice going Colossal Kang. 73 if it caps. Pet Repel, Navy to the Temple Flame with MD8. Julia says, wait. Gonna Phantom Cape, get rid of Justice Pet Repel. That's wrong, Justice. All right, Phantom Cape gets rid of Pet Repel, and Prevention stops his attack. He does get the Kang and the MD8. All right. That is the end of round number 2. Captains, give me your subs. Get a second blessing for Shaman. Strawman is 0-0. DZ is 25 for Jet, 0 for Arc. Justice getting a second set of horns for Zombie Jet. We're going to put out a... Going to dim a Dragonstone. Let's give Justice a second Halo. Give Gemstone a second Halo. Shaman coming out. Good job, Shaman. Let's put the Pope in there. MPC coming out. And we got Medic Logan's debut, everybody. Let's hear it for Logan. All right. Kel, you'll either need to type his pre-match buffs or have him cut and paste them. Logan will be sharing Kel's inventory tonight until he gets his own inventory set up. All right. There we go. There we go. All right. Lineup is Pope, Zombie Jet, Julia, Kel, Valar, Logan, Jim, and Justice. So before we get to Pope's turn, we are going to cap a lot of Kangs. 209 points worth for Ark. Three Kangs cap. Boss caps and the first flag caps. All right, Pope, you're up. 20-second timer. Beats the timer. Pope moving to the temple. Boston, Maine, Cyborg Slim Shady. Pope playing boss in 3, cap in 5. So, Jet, no lingering smokes, no dust, no torment, no vial, and your healing's cut in half. So, think about that before you post the moves. Seal and Thrill, H9 Summoning Grenade to the wall. And going to Gold Spark Kel. Kel also got a Halo last round. Summoning Grenade hits, then we get that orbital. Cowbell hits her weight. It is an H9 Summoning Grenade, and it hits. All right, with that Mass Destruction and Amplify, show you what it does. Blue block, and 25% of a red block. 75 red remaining. And going to summon a, I don't know, is this the first ever Colossal Orbital? Well, if it caps, it's worth 32. All right, we go to Zombie Jet. Goes over to the Strawman. Lights 1. Lights 2. All right, Julia, you're up. 20 seconds. Move to the DZ. We'll give her another absorption. Right there waiting on her. Sorry, sounds like a Richard Marx song, doesn't it? Move to the DZ, Colossal Orbital, and some Dragon Smoke. Double Colossal Orbitals. Maximon loaded to the wall with Sliver ability. And by the way, last round, let me go ahead and remove these. One Sliver ring gone, another Sliver ring gone. Jet has 2. Ark has 3. Jet got 20 points from their sliver last round. Ark got 17. Joey's going to pump the sliver up this round, make it a 22. Need cowbell to let me know if it hits her weight. Movement, orbital, dragon smoke, Maximon to the wall. It hits. All right, that dragon smoke is going to relight that. And let's get that Maximon and get the damage built in. Takes out the 75% red. Takes out a red block. And 25% of a red block. You got 1.75 remaining, Team Ark. All right. From the DZ, cowbell. You got 20 seconds. Let's go, go, go. Timer is, beats the timer. As I was saying it, it's good. Move to their bomber. Dark Boss to the side chest. Let's move down there. And that boss did cap in round number 1. So Jet got credit for that. And they also got 136 points in Kangs. Let's add those to the scoreboard. So flags are even at the moment. Dark Boss to the side chest. Dark Boss in 3 with cap in 5 and be worth a bonus 25. Pet Repel, Bunko to the orbitals, and Aura. All right. Aura, covering Kel, also has the seal. All right, movement's good, side chest, Pet Repel. F4 Bunko, smart move. So we got Immortal Blue. So what Immortal Blue is going to do is going to break Kel's seal. So she doesn't take any damage, so Aura does not trigger. The prevention will stop the other one. All right? Nonetheless, still a good grenade play. All right, let's go over to Valar. Before Valar's turn, we're going to cap her boss. Flags are now 2-1. And 20-second timer. Pope going to glacier the wall at the end of the turn, Kel. That wall is frozen, so it will take double damage on this turn. Villar beats the timer. Villar is going Gold Scold to Logan. Thrill Smoke, S6 Unicorn to the wall, and Amp 3. All right, so Kel says wait. And then welcome to Faction Wars, Logan. I'm going to hit you with a Scold. Justice going Judas at. Type it out, Justice. You know you want to use that, Judas. Come on, Come on, Justice. He's been waiting to use that. Jim going to Judas it back to the wall. Let's see what Kel thinks about that. It hit. Kel was like, well, if I Judas it, maybe it'll take a little longer and the wall will thaw and it won't be double damage. It does hit. It is double damage. It does cap those 2 orbitals. It also finishes off that wall. It also gives Villar, actually gives Gemstone. Congratulations, Jim. Gold bar. And a unicorn will take out the black block and give them a teardrop. And we got Logan down to 90% health because he took the damage from the Scold. And we'll light up a watchtower. And we'll give Villar a absorption. And on Kel's turn, we did cap a needle as well. So needle should also be 1-to-1. All right, we got Logan. Logan, you're on the clock. 20-second timer starts right now. Oh, no, really? Are you kidding me? The hype. All right. Gemstone, you're up. 20-second timer. Trigger, we got to talk. Portal to the DZ. Dark Boss to their chest. Dark Boss by Jim in 3 with Cap in 5. Sacrifice Sweet Tea. Sliver Ability. All right, it's going to pump the sliver up to 27. Milo to the Watchtower. Kel. Portal's good. Dark Boss is good. Milo to the Watchtower. Sacrifice Sweet Tea and pump the sliver. And it hits. All right, Milo to the Watchtower. Let's give him the points. All right, let's go over to Justice. 20-second timer. All right, sounds good. Well, first match, we'll get him used to the timers. I mean, you got to see a faction war to know how quick it's going to progress to find out when you can get in the game. So, Talon Logan to their DZ. I like it. E3 St. Milo to the Watchtower and playing Slime. All right, that is the first Slime ability for Jet. All right, let's light Watchtower number 5. Give him to Milo. Talon's good. Milo's good. Slime ability is good. Nicely done, Justice. All right, that is the end of round number 3, everybody. At the end of round number 3, I got the Pope getting a halo. Strawman, we got 10 points for Jet, 0 for Arc. Sliver, 27 points for Arc, 20 for Jet. Let's remove one of those. And let's remove one of those. Looks like rings are 3-1. We got DZ is 0-0. The reason it is because each team neutralized the other team. So we got 3 halos for Justice, 3 for Jim, 1 for Logan, and 1 for Julia. And there are no wings and there are no horns. Well, 1, there are no more horns because they've already been used, but there's still 1 more wing available. All right, let's go over to round 4. 20-second timer starts now. Beats the timer. Colossal Kang to his boss with Pet Repel. Colossal Kang for the Pope could be 73. S8 Grizzly loaded to the wall. Sacrifice a sweet tea. And Amp. Kel hits her weight. Big Grizzly shot coming from the Pope. It hits. Wall number 2. Got a lot of 32 and 12 amp, but this is a stronger wall. Sorry to tell you that, Pope. Green block. 65% of a green block. You got 35 remaining. All right, we got Zombie Jet. Taking down 2 more blocks. Blue block and a blue block. Let's go over to Julia. 20-second timer, Julia. From the DC. Julia going to move down to the bomber zone. Going to play Stonehenge. The Stonehenge is going to put a little absorption on your wall, Cal. A little bit there. A little bit there to slow it down. Makes destroying that wall. Yeah, Zombie Jet went. Took 2 blocks. Dust Smoke to Kel. M7 Summoning Grenade. No, she can't. Did I say it would give you an upgraded one or no? Or a regular orbital? Yeah, I think that's the difference. All right, so they will continue to hit. They just won't continue to hit with upgrades. All right, and Cal's gonna play a Mythic Blue anyway. But I'm going to discuss that with the competition committee. Tammy, if you can take that as a takeaway, I might be okay with summoning upgraded pets, and we'll see. We'll see. For now, no. Right now, the text of it says it will summon an orbital. Okay? And we'll keep it at that for tonight, but we'll take a look at that and see if that's something we want to add. All right, let's get back to the move. Move to Bomber Zone, Stonehenge, Dust Smoke, M7, Grenade with Symbiote, Jackal to Kel. So Kel, Jackal is going to give your team a -10. And you can't play the Jackal ability. So not only she take 10 points from your team, she kept you from using it. All right, Mythic Blue using Absorption. And it is stopped. All right, Kel, you're up. 20-second timer. All right, beats the timer. Can play Cyborg Cyrus and move to the temple. All right, Kel ditching a boat. All right, Cyrus. That's a good way to get rid of absorptions on a wall. But doesn't quite get rid of them. I'll show you why. 1, 2, 3, and that absorption drops down. So now there's 1 each on the last 2 blocks. Colossal Kang to the boss. That's 73 if it caps. Seal and Thrill. S8 Lithium with Slime ability. All right, that's the second Slime ability. Now, the question is, the absorptions and the dust smoke. How much? I love the lantern play here, but you've got a dust smoke as a nerf, and you got those 2 Stonehenge as a nerf. Kel says, well, let's intalio it. Adding the beef to it. I get it. All right. Makes it S11. And it's good. Kel fighting through the absorptions and the dust smoke and barely taking out the wall and getting a gold bar. And we'll rebuild it and get a teardrop. Jim says, nope, not giving you the gold bar, though. That was a nice Cyrus grenade combo. Sorry, I called the wrong thing. She gets to light a straw man with lithium, not a teardrop. All right, so that's going to be straw man number 3. We haven't seen lithium in a while. All right, Valar, let's go over to you. Game's getting a little closer all of a sudden. 20-second timer, Valar. Immortal Grendel to the haystack. All right, each team has a Grendel out there protecting the haystacks. We got Justice Grendel. We got Valar's Emo Grendel. Dragon Smoke. F5 Signy Grenade loaded to the wall. And Slime ability for Team Arc. Two slimes to 1. Somebody's been shopping on the shop. All right. Kel going to intervene the grenade. Now, what I want to say, good intervene, but that Cygnus would not have done anything because it has to target a player and deal damage, and then it would remove a halo from that player. So Villar targeted the wall with Cygnus. Kel went ahead and intervened. Either way, it doesn't hit. All right, Grendel's good. Dragon Smoke, Grenade intervened, and Slime ability. All right. Should I call for it? Do we have Logan? 20-second timer. Will this be the debut? Maybe, maybe not. All right, we got 20 more seconds, then we got to move on. Kel, I think the move there would have been when the first move got skipped, is put in Lexicon. All right. Well, unfortunately, we got these matches stop at 10:45, so we got to go. Unfortunately, sorry. All right, we got to skip him again. Gemstone, 20-second timer starts now. Portal DZ. Torch Wand. Red Wands will be out of play. All right, adding Slime ability, that is a 25-point penalty for the extra line. But that is Slime ability number 2. Gotcha. Okay. The Mind Play for Justice. All right, sounds good. All right, Portal to the DZ, Torch Wand, Colossal Kang to the boss. That could be worth 73. M7 Grizzly to the Grendel Kell. Does it hit? And Mind Flay Justice. Justice, you cannot use slime. Kell, you there? Oh, Justice intervened. All right. So intervene, and so that doesn't hit. And final move of the first half. Let's go over to Justice. Bring us home in the first half, Justice. 20-second timer. Colossal Watcher, blue. Spark, Maxiel Kell, nice. Justice got some solid moves in here tonight. I'm liking it, Justice. It hits. All right, let's get that Colossal Watcher out there. Put it right there. Justice getting those points. Milo to the Watchtower, Light Watchtower number 6. And add an Amplify to the wall. All right, and that is the end of the first half. Captains, give me your subs for round number 5. Let's get our subs out there. We got Kell with a blessing. Pope with the 4th blessing. Strawman, because we torch wand, it's going to be 0 to 0. Justice, Halo number 4. Jim, Halo number 4. Logan, Halo number 2. Angel Wings for Zombie Jet. 25 more points. DZ, we got 25 for Jet, 0 for Arc. All right, Busy Bee in the house. Lexicon for Logan, Busy in the ozone. Mir lost their last ring on their, or Jet lost their last ring on their sliver. Arc lost one. 27 for Arc. 20 for Jet. Yes. Dow coming in for Pope. Skylight going to the ozone. Justice losing his seal. Jim losing her seal and her pet repel. Julia losing her rover. All right, we get you the second half lineups, which is going to be Dow, Zombie Jet, Julia, Kel, Valar, Lexicon, Jim, Justice, Skylight, and Busy making her debut. One out of two ain't bad for debuts, I guess. All right. We got about 45 minutes left before Dow's first move. We're going to cap a boss. And a 73-point Kang. Bosses are now 3-1. Dow, you're on the clock. 20-second timer starts now. Going to move to the temple. Mythic Kang, Jim's boss. Possible 63. Blue Spark Summoning Grenade to the wall. Mythic Orbital. Mass Destruction. Seal and Thrill. Sack Sweet Tea. Kel, you got an E9 Blue Spark Summoning Grenade. Make it a T10 to the wall. E11, actually. Kel, hits or wait? All right, they're going to Judas it. Julia. Sending that over to the other side. Mortal Blue from Dow. Mortal Blue is going to hit Lexicon. Lexicon has gear absorption, but 20% would carry over. Take Lexicon down to 80%. All right, we got Zombie Jet. Lighting up. 2 more Watchtowers. Watchtowers are up to 8. Julia, you're up. 20-second timer starts now. Zombie Jet is a force. Going to Kimuri up to the ozone. Summon Mythic Nolan. See Mythic Nolan there? Super Thrill S6 Maximon loaded to the wall and Plague Kill. So it would be no smokes, no potions, Kel. Let me know if the S6 Maximon hits. It's an S9 after Super Thrill. Does hit. Green block. Blue block. Maximon goes into effect. Going to evoke it twice. Damage of the grenade. Give you 3/4 of a blue block. Another 3/4. We'll take half of a blue block. You got 50 blue remaining. Turned into a pretty good attack on a strong wall. All right, let's go over to Kel. For Kel's turn, we are going to cap Boss. That Dark Boss is going to cap. And a 73-point Kang as well. Flags are 3-2. Twenty-second timer. Kel beats the timer. Going to go into the temple. Skull to Dow. Blue Spark, Rage Tonic. Rapture loaded to the wall with MD8. All right, Scold hits Dow. Gives Kel that kickback. Now, of course, she couldn't use any smokes or potion, but she can use the tonic. Going to break Dow's seal. And because it did not damage Dow, you don't get a watchtower. Temple's good. Scold breaks a seal. Blue Spark, Rage, Rapture loaded to the wall with MD8. You are on wall number 2. It is a stronger wall. Black block and 15% of green, 85 green remaining. And you do get a teardrop. Yeah, he doesn't have absorption though, Kel. He has seal and thrill. And Julie, I don't understand your challenge. What's your challenge? The tonic is a rage potion. It doesn't take down blocks. It adds rage to the attack. You haven't seen a rage tonic before? Okay. Yeah, it's a rage tonic that lets you use a tonic instead of using a potion. So the attack was a grenade with a rage tonic, a blue spark, and mass destruction. And so, Kel, I'm assuming you didn't see him play the Seal and Thrill, right? All right, so 2 failed challenges. Okay, let's go to Villar. 20-second timer, Villar. All right, Villar playing Thraxus. Kruger, Torment to Justice. Max Spark to Busy. Coming after you already, Busy. F4 Grub Grenade to the wall and Plague to Justice. Villar giving herself an E3 next round. All right, Kel, you got an F4 Grub loaded to the wall. Hits her weight. And you got a Kruger. Lexicon intervene Kruger. Grub Grenade is going to hit. All right, Grub's going to hit because it's going to hit. It's going to add 3 points to their sliver for each round, so that 17 becomes 20, becomes 20 again, and then 30 and 30. So it's a nice little boost there from that Grub Grenade, Villar. Each round. All right, let's get the damage on that. It's F4, but we got mass destruction on it. We take out the blue. Teardrop goes away. And we take out a red block. All right, let's go over to Lexicon. 20 seconds. Easily beats the timer. Lexicon's going to move over to their DZ. Skull to Dow. Seal, Max Spark Sky. Going to play slime. That is the third slime. That is going to remove a block. And if the block was frozen, it would remove a frozen block. But remember, the more slimes you play, the more stuff that happens. So green block is gone. Dow going to prevent the scold, but Lexicon does get the buff from it. Lexicon also with a seal. And Milo to the Watchtower is going to light Watchtower number 9. And a 9 award for Lexicon. Nicely done. All right, before Gemstone's turn, we're going to cap 136 more points in Kangs. And boss number 4. All right, Jim, 20 seconds. Kruger, Torment busy. Max Spark busy. Aqua to the Haystack. I'm assuming that's Grendel. And Plague busy. All right, Kel, you got Kruger, Torment, Max Spark, Aqua. So busy. You got a lot going on there. All right, hits. Okay, so remember the Grendels are 25% health. So the Aqua to the Haystack. Justice, your Grendel is going to be down to 75% health. Still got a ways to go. Busy can't use smokes or potions. And let's go over to Justice. 20-second timer, Justice. Beats the timer. He's going to play some Thraxus. Yeah, well, meaning Strawman and typing HS is not anywhere close, Julia. Let's think that one through before we challenge it. Thraxus, Scold to Dow, Max Spark to Sky. F5 St. Milo to the Watchtower. Julia hits her weight. It does hit. All right, Scolded Dow. Going to take Dow down to 80%. So the Kruger that had just put out the Watchtower lit the Watchtower back up with Scold. Justice with an absorption. Milo will hit, but it won't light anything. But he does get the points for the Milo, but basically hits the ground. All right, let's go over to Skylight, who cannot move. You've been double max sparked. So Julia, 20-second timer starts right now. We got Sky, and then we got Busy. Beats the timer. Go turn Busy. Busy, you knew it was coming, didn't you? Busy is a warrior. Kruger, Seal and Thrill. Busy as a warrior. Kruger, Seal and Thrill, Blue Spark, H9, Unicorn loaded to the wall with MD8. Kel, Busy, anything. All right, Mythic Blue. All right, everything else hits, correct? All right, Sky Absorption. Mythic Blue is played, stops the grenade. Kruger is going to reverse that. All right, and then the final move of the round, Busy. 20-second timer starts now. Busy says, I'll just turn back into a priestess. Immortal Rocky. Julia says wait. Jim, Mythic Sonar. Dow, Gold Sonar. All right. I'm going to do damage resolution, but I'm going to take a moment. This is for Jim and Dimes. This is a coaching moment. What would have been a better play for Busy? Sly Shaw would have removed, if Busy would have played Sly Shaw the previous round, she would have removed the Sparks, the Torment, the Plague, could not have been targeted by Julia's mom move. Every buff she had on her would have dropped off. And she would have been able to use smokes and potions to the full extent. So even though she waited and played Cape of Craven, Sly Shaw would have been a better play because she never would have been targeted in the first place. Just so you guys know the impact of Sly Shaw. Breaks all of that. That's on you. All right, but anyway, just a coaching moment for all players. All right, we got Mythic and Gold Sonar to nerf it. Unforgiven's going to hit it. And sacrifice that sweet tea. All right, we'll remove all this from her now. But she would also have been able to get into the turret. All right, after the sonars, not a lot, Busy. Just going to finish off that green block. And that's it. All right, everybody, that's the end of the round. At the end of round number 6, we're going to go into Dragonstorm. You can see what we got left on the board. Dow a blessing. Kel a blessing. Strawman, we got Jet with 15 points. Arc with 0. Julia with a Rover Occupy, 150 points to Julia. Congratulations. Give Julia a bronze star as well. Take a look at the DZ. We got Justice with a halo. We got Gemstone with her 5th halo. And Lexicon with a halo. And we got Jet, 25 to 0. They did sacrifice, and then it does get removed. So 20 points. And over on the other side, 30 points with the slivers. All right, let's get to Dragonstorm. Both teams qualify. And it is E4. We got some damage coming up. All right, good luck, everybody. Let's have some fun. Dow, final round. 20-second timer starts right now. He didn't make the timer. Torment Kel, summon Immortal Watcher. Now, I'm hoping that is a Colossal Watcher that you have. If you can verify that. All right. So, Colossal Watcher. It's going to be worth 50 after Pet Score and the Bounty Bear. Torment to Kel. S8 Unforgiven loaded to the wall and Gold Spark Kel. Kel does a hit. She says, wait. Mythic and Immortal Sonars to lessen the damage. Now, keep in mind, there's a E4 on top of that. So, Dow getting the E12. Unforgiven. Still stronger wall. The nerf does help a little bit. Red and a red block remaining. All right, let's go over to Zombie Jet. Dow going to Intalio. Intalio's going to help, but she got a full red block there. Not quite enough. 65%. Dow, you're stuck at 35 red. Oh, no Intalio? Okay. All right. Keeps you at 1 red. All right, Kel, Zombie Jet. Gonna light up 2 more straw men. Five straw man lit up. Final move for Zombie Jet. Let's go over to Julia. Julia, 20-second timer. Zombies are sneaky fun, in my opinion. Barely beat the timer. Julia going to go with Jin Shi. Torment Lexicon. Arc Spark, Julia and Nolan. F5 Unicorn loaded to the wall with Roar. That's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Kel, you got Julia and Mythic Nolan with an S11 Unicorn. All right. Busy going to prevent the grenade. So that means Julia's Unicorn is prevented. Nolan will get a grenade, but not a grenade effect. So that's a smart move. So even though Julia got the wall down, she doesn't get the bonus grenade. She does get the wall. She does get a gold bar. And let's rebuild it. Walls are now 2 to 1.5. All right, let's go to Kel. Kel, you got 20 seconds from the temple. You are tormented. Jin Shi, Colossal Watcher, Peel Torment. H9 Unforgiven loaded. With pet score. Julia going to play gold blue to stop the grenade. Colossal Watcher will go through. Second Watcher will stack the rage requirement. And points for the Colossal Watcher as well, with pet score. So that's going to be 50 points. And final blue of the game for Team Arc. All right, Valar, you're up. 20-second timer. Get your move in. Valar going to head up to the sniper zone. with damage buff. She's got the angel wings. Does beat the timer. Colossal Gideon with Blue Spark, Super Thrill, H9 Unforgiven, Ignite, and Pet Score. All right, that is an attack to the wall, which can be H9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That's an S17, Kel. $48 points for the Gideon. Mortal Blue from Lexicon. Final blue of the game for both teams. So the only thing it hits is the Gideon. All right, and Lexicon, your move, final move of the game. Move into range, Gold Gideon. Unforgiven, loaded to the wall. Julia, we're not going to get in 2 more moves in a minute and a half, so does it hit or wait? It's 10:46. And it has to end on a jet turn. All right, hits. H9 Unforgiven. Let's deal the damage. Blue block, blue block. And not quite a third blue block. And there's less than 45 seconds remaining, so there's no way. I got your Insomnia the first time, Dallas, why it's less than a blue block. All right, that is it. That is the final move. We're going to calculate the math, but we did not finish the final round, so none of the final bonuses, no straw men, no final halos, none of that carries over. Unfortunately, it'd been nice to see a full match with all teams, but we still had a good match. Faction Wars are back, everybody. We're only 4 moves away from finishing the game. All right, give me 5 minutes. I'll be back. I'll calculate final scores for everybody. All right, everybody, we are back. So the first thing I want to do is I'm super, super proud of both teams tonight. Certainly getting rid of the rust. I know Julia said in mod chat before we played tonight, she's like, I always get these nerves. It's just like a first date. You get those nerves. Faction Wars isn't just about playing. It's about planning. It's about knowing the schedule of your players. It's about the players making sure that they're accountable, on time, they know the moves, they're prepared, all of those things. Here's what I'll say is over the last 2 years, ARC has been the most prepared and most accountable team out there. And so it's not a coincidence that they are ready to go and they play well. So what I would say is if you're not getting that performance out of your team, plan a little harder on the people side of it, not just the game side of it. That's my 2 cents. I had a good time tonight. I was really, really looking forward to playing tonight. I'm looking forward to Monday night. But you got to get those little things ironed out, like schedules. We needed Logan tonight. He was running behind. It happens sometimes. But you got to make sure that those schedules are important. They're important for your team. You got to be there for your team. We knew Chad was out tonight. Busy's working on her schedule. But this game would have been drastically different had 3 additional people been in the game. Yeah, that counts. And it will be fun to a degree. But at some point, you're going to want to get some W's. And in order to get those wins, you're going to have to take it to another level. All right. Here we go. Quick breakdown. Flags, 750 to 450. 300-point lead by ARC. Walls, 675 to 450. Strawman. Good strawman, but we didn't get through the game. So the more people play, the faster we'll play. Only 25 points for Team Jet. 0 for ARC. Kangs. Big, big Kang difference. 418 to 136. That was huge. Needles, 100 to 100. Siege and Occupy. ARC, 150. Jet, 0. Watchtowers. Big win by Team Jet tonight. They didn't quite get that last one, but 200 to 25. DZ, 100 to 25. Overall, with just the first slate of items, ARC came out 2,063 to 1470 or 1421. PCP, we had a tie with Jim and Justice. So it was 75 each, but overall PCP DZ, when you add the cannonballs, the gold bars, all the things that ARC got that Jet did not, 250 for ARC, 200 for Jet, so another slight advantage. And then you get all the extras. All the extras are all the Colossal Kangs, the Slivers, Colossal Watchers, Wicked Bosses. All of those ended up Jet with a positive 100. ARC, biggest I've ever seen with the extras, 332. Final score tonight. ARC in a big, big way, 26-45. Jet, 17-21. Nice rebound, Team ARC. Jet, like Busy said, never fret. We're Jet. So let's get set, and hopefully it'll be a match that they'll never forget. Busy. But like the wise man once said a couple hours ago, faction wars are back. So the more we play, the more fun we're going to have and the better everybody's going to get. You guys have a great night. I will talk to you all tomorrow night for Fish Fights. Have a good night, everybody. See you soon. Peace.